Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Power Logic. So this episode we're going to be continuing our livestock for 2022 Aime Ii and we're going to proceed on to problem 3. A right square pyramid with volume 54 has a base with side 6. There are 5 vertices of the pyramid all lies on the sphere with radius 3 everywhere n, where m and n are relatively prime positive integers. Find n plus n. So now, first we have a sphere. This circle is not really good. Yeah, this is better. So now, the right square pyramid with volume 54 has a base with side 6. The 5 vertices are all lies on the sphere. So this basically means that we have something, let's see if it's, all of them lies on a sphere. So it's probably going to look something like this. And then we have a point on the top. Connect all of these. Now, we can't just arbitrarily choose some point. So we actually have to consider, well, hopefully you guys remember this identity, which basically states that if we have a right angle on the circle, then this one must be a radius. No, must be a diameter indeed. So, or in other words, it must pass through the center of the circle. So therefore, we can literally just try to get some of the insights right here. So now how are we going to solve this problem though? So let's just find a point where center lies. It all lies on the circle, then we must have an equation of R. Now, here's something that might be more powerful than you think. So, we're actually just going to make a cross section. This is 6. We're going to make cross section with the base at here actually. Well, now this length is just 6 times the square root of 2. Now, how is this even going to help? By symmetry, we know that this segment and this segment are actually equal in length. So now I want to actually just find the height of this triangle. Now if we denote some point like this to be the center, then we can just make some connections. Now what is the height? Like, the height is actually just since we want to find the volume. In volume, we actually have base times height times 1/3. That's equal to volume. So this one's just equal to 6 squared times h times 1/3. That is equal to 54. Now height is equal to 162 over 32, which is to 9 over 2. Yeah. So the height is actually equal to 9 over 2. Now let's actually try to gain some insight by taking this 2D cross section. So now something powerful about this such technique is that you can actually transform this 3D geometry problem to a 2D geometry problem. So now we're going to consider this triangle right here. So we have this triangle. Actually, I'm just going to draw in black. Now we have this center, and because of symmetry, this actually lies on exactly the middle, the perpendicular bisector of the bottom. Now we connect these two lines. Then, surprisingly, these are both the radius because these all lies on this sphere, and therefore the connection between that point and the center of the sphere is definitely going to be the radius. So we're going to call this r, since we're going to solve for r. And obviously they're not going to give us the answer right away, so we definitely have to solve it. And now what is this part? This part is just 3 times the square root of 2. Because it's exactly middle. This is the exactly midpoint. Now we can draw this connection. Or you might be wondering, what is this length? Well, because we were given that all 5 vertices lies on this common circle, then therefore this one, surprisingly enough, is also the radius. Wow, this is a really great information. Now what? Now what do we do? So we can actually try to find this part. This part is just 9 over 2 minus r. Right? 9 over 2 minus r, because the entire length I'm highlighting right here is equal to 9 over 2. So we subtract this, we get 9 over 2r. 9 over 2 minus r. Now, if this is 9 over 2 minus r, then we can actually try to look at this right triangle. Now, we have a right angle here. We have a right triangle here, and we have r 9 minus 2, 9 over 2 minus r, and 3 over 2. Yeah, Pythagorean theorem comes to play right here. So, now we have this right triangle, and we can actually generate some equations. So we're going to have r squared is equal to 9 over 2 minus r squared plus 3 root 2 squared. Now to simplify our calculations, we're going to multiply both sides. I'm going to multiply the entire thing by 4. So we're going to have 4r squared is equal to 9 minus 2r squared plus 72. So now we can see that 4r squared actually cancels out. So 81 minus 36r plus 72 is actually equal to 0. So this gives us that r is equal to 153 over 36, which is equal to 17 over 4. And this is actually our answer. Well, actually not, since we have to add it. So, well, this is just some simple addition right here. So we want to find n plus n, so 17 plus 4 is equal to 0, 21. And that is indeed our answer to this problem. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video.